ladies and gentlemen, Gary Moore.
Good to have you with us, and the name of this edition of To Tell the Truth is Shall We Dance? And the answer is yes, because in a moment here we're going to roll out the barrel and have us a barrel of fun. But first, let's meet our fumble-footed panel here on To Tell the Truth.
Bill Cullen. Peggy Cass. Alan Levy. And Kitty Carlisle.
And so, once more, we are foregathered, our regular group, and as an added starter, we have the host of one of the two best shows in television, Password, Mr. Alan Ludd.
Would you make that three?
Bill Cullen, I beg your pardon. Also, Bill Cullen, host of one of the three best
Three.
shows.
Thank you, Gary. I'm happy to be included.
Matter of fact, Bill, I think this is, you being from Pittsburgh, I think this is kind of up your alley, this first spot here. Our first guest today is the leader of the band that has been voted the country's #1 instrumental group by the International Polka Association. Now, for those tiny few of you who don't know what a polka is, one dance is worth 1,000 words. So here with the agile feet of Tilly Garzinski and Mike Zustik, let's show you what a good polka ought to look like. Eat your heart out, Lawrence. Wish you were here. But now, let us meet the leader of the #1 polka band in the country. Here he is.
#1, what is your name, please?
My name is Jimmy Sturr.
#2.
My name is Jimmy Sturr.
#3.
My name is Jimmy Sturr.
And now let's listen to the story of Jimmy Sturr, and here's what he's got to say. I, Jimmy Sturr, am conductor of the #1 polka band in the country. The International Polka Association has bestowed this honor upon me for 2 consecutive years. My group of talented musicians play polka in the big band style at dances and concerts throughout the nation. This lively dance in 2/4 time is of Bohemian origin, and as you just saw, it is characterized by 3 quick steps and a hop. Surprisingly, the majority of dancers are teenagers and young adults. In the course of my career, it has been my privilege to have provided musical accompaniment for many of our leading male vocalists and to have performed at the White House for President Lyndon B. Johnson. Signed, Jimmy Sturr. I was laughing to myself because they described the thing here as being, the polka being 3 steps and a hop. I was watching those kids up there. With me, it would be 3 steps and a myocardial infarction. As far as I'd get. I'll catch my breath and be right back, friends.
As a gynecologist, I'm embarrassed to say this. We use deodorant on our armpits, and we kind of make women feel bad about body odor that they get on other parts of our body. That's why I created Lumi Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. It's clinically proven to block odor all day, controls odor for 72 hours. Soap can't do that. And since your pits and privates go everywhere you go, keep them confidently fresher with Lumi. That reassurance is priceless. To learn more, go to lumideo.com.
Addiction is an epidemic. Millions are struggling and over 100 lives are lost each day. Are you next? At Better Addiction Care, we understand the devastating impact of drug and alcohol addiction. Our network of treatment centers offer detox, therapy, counseling, private luxurious centers, physical fitness, chef-prepared meals, aftercare, and your insurance may cover up to 100% of costs. Visit betteraddictioncare.com or call
855-598-9901.
All right, time to do some selling. That's going towards rent. Oh yeah, that's going towards girls' night. And that's going towards a new bag.
Your closet is worth more than you realize. Download the Poshmark app and start cashing in today.
What to your wandering eyes will appear the most Christmassy game shows in the middle of the year.
Santa Claus is making a list
and checking it twice.
Merry Christmas in July continues tomorrow at noon on Buzzer. Let's play.
Now then, friends, right here on our stage, we have three musically minded gentlemen, all saying that they are Jimmy Sturr, leader of the #1 polka band in the country. And Peggy, I'm sure in Boston they didn't do the polka, or maybe they did.
We did jigs. Number 3, could you please tell me, is your band based in Pittsburgh?
No, it's not.
Where is it based? I mean, you must have a home place.
Florida, New York.
Oh, Florida, New York. I didn't know that was a bohemian hangout. Number 2, I always thought the polka was Polish, is it not?
It's of Scandinavian descent. It started in Poland.
But then what is this bohemian? Bohemia is in Poland.
No, bohemian means, I believe it means a polka or time.
Oh, I see. Now, number 1, what leading male vocalists have you done arrangements for?
Bobby Riddell, Bobby Vinton.
Oh, but that's rock.
Well, we do rock music also. We do all types of music.
Oh, but your specialty is the polka.
Yes, that's where we were voted #1.
Thank you. Number 3, who made famous the...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Peggy. We're going to go to Alan Ludden.
Number 3, you say you're playing the big band style. In a typical big band, how many saxophones?
5.
How many trombones?
Usually 3.
Number 2, in the rhythm section of a typical big band, what are the instruments?
Oh, you have a bass or a bass guitar. You'll have drums. You'll have guitar.
Yeah. Number 1, in the big band, do you use sax very much in your polka?
Certainly.
How many saxes?
4.
4, huh? Number 3, why is it never 3/4 tempo for a polka? I always thought a polka was a fast waltz.
No, a polka is actually 2/4 tempo.
Uh-huh. Is it never 3/4?
We'll never find out. The buzzer takes us to Kitty.
Number 1, what's the difference between a mazurka and a polka?
Mazurka is a faster beat of a polka.
Thank you. Number 2, where does the International Polka Association take place?
In Cleveland, Ohio.
Where?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. And number 3, I love the polka. Do you teach it as well?
No.
Well,
No,
number
I
2,
don't.
where do you learn to do it? Where do these kids and these young adults learn to do it?
Well, it comes, I think, from the ethnic background, basically, from the home, from school, I guess anywhere. Where they would have basic barn dances or, say, a fair, county fair or something like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kitty. Now we'll go down to Bill Collins.
It's too bad you can't demonstrate because I am a sensational polka dancer.
I'm sure.
But a recent karate injury makes it, I don't like to drop names, but number 1, who's Whoopi John Wolford?
Whoopi John Wolford?
Yes, sir. Does that name mean anything to you?
No, I think I know him by John Robert Wolford.
Oh, number 2, do you know him at all?
No, I'm sorry.
Number 3, the name mean anything to you? I have to ask this.
I've heard the name, I think.
Does it go hand in hand with Eddie Safransky, number 3?
I've never heard of Eddie Safransky.
Don't tell me you never heard of Homer Rodeheaver, his trombone, and his occasional sermon. No, actually, coming from Pittsburgh is the hotbed of a polka, if there can be such a thing as a polka hotbed. Number 1, what does Polish Falcons mean to you?
Polish Falcons?
Yes, sir.
It's a dance.
Thank you.
questions. I didn't understand one of those questions or one of those answers.
People
but
in Pittsburgh
somewhere in
will know
there,
what
there
I'm
was
talking
something that will
about.
lead you to a vote, panel. And the votes must be marked number 1, or number 2, or number 3. And as per usual, we pay $50 for each wrong vote, and the group gets $500 if nobody comes up with the right beat. And Peggy.
Oh, well, I know that the Polish Falcons is a pickup team in Pittsburgh that he used to quarterback, Bill. And number 2, I somehow didn't feel it was you. I don't think bohemian means whatever you said it was. But number 3, with your nodding acquaintance with Whoopi John Wolfhard, I feel it's got to be you.
All right, and so we got a 3 showing, and we're going to go to Alan Ludden, please.
Well, number 2 lost me with not knowing what the rhythm section was, because the rhythm section is usually 4. But number 1 came right up with that Wolfhard, whoever he is. I don't know, but he seemed to know, so I go for 1, just on the strength of Whoopi, whatever his name is.
Whoopi John was a big band out of Denver, Colorado, and sold millions and millions of records. Kitty?
There's the other one.
Well, I didn't believe... my whole voting is based on Bill's questions, and I didn't understand one of them. And I didn't think number 1 did either, but he was answering as fast as he could, so I voted for number 3.
I don't follow that at all.
Yeah, I follow that. If you sat next to Kitty long enough, you'd follow that. Let's go down to Bill now.
Now, Peggy was right. Number 1 missed out on the Polish Falcons. He was not a dance. It is also not the pickup team in Pittsburgh. That's the South High Girls basketball group. But the Polish Falcons is an organization of Polish people, and they have halls, and that's where they would be booked. So it's either number 2 or 3.
Uh-huh.
And I'm afraid it's going to be number 2 because I already cast my vote for number 3. I know it's not 1. That I guarantee you. Yeah.
Well, we got 3 for 3 and 1 for 1, and the votes are in with the real Jimmy Sturr. Please stand up. That's number 1. Well, Well, we didn't make a whole lot of dough, but you scared him for a minute there.
Couldn't go
Jimmy,
wrong
let's
with-
find out who your friends are. Number 1, what is your real name, please, and what do you do?
My name is Pete Jacobs. I work for the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, and we co-sponsor Wisconsin Cheese Festivals.
And number 2, can you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Howard Wolf, and I manufacture the Slimmer. It's a new technique to lose weight.
Hi there. Get together and have a small chat after the show. I could use it. Jimmy Sturr, it's a joy having you with us, and thank you, dancers, and thank you, imposters, for being with us on The Tell the Truth. Off you Well, it is often said that art imitates life, and our next guest has taken that old adage one step further. He is a sculptor whose creations don't imitate life, they are larger than life. How much larger? Hang around and see.
You were hired to be a maintenance manager, but everyone knows you as a problem solver, and you know who to call to help keep your operation running. Grainger has over 1 million products, including the one you need now. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is your shower trying to tell you something? It's time to love your shower again with Jacuzzi Bath Remodel. You can get a beautiful new bath or shower installed in 1 day. That's right, 1 day. And at a price you can afford. In fact, there's never been a more affordable time to call than now. With this Love Your Shower sale, we're waiving all installation costs and postponing all payments for up to 1 year, giving you the quality you deserve from a brand you trust at a price that won't break the bank. And when it comes to quality, Jacuzzi has been the most trusted name in water for more than 65 years.
I loved working with the Jacuzzi Design Consultants. They come with a variety of designs to choose from, and there really is an option for everyone.
Oh my gosh, look at the bathtub.
Wow.
This is amazing. I think we have a happy customer right here.
So, listen to what your bathroom is telling you and take it from this to this in 1 day with no stress and no mess. Or maybe it's trying to tell you something else. If safety's the issue, take back your peace of mind. Now is the time to convert your old bathtub into a beautiful, easy entry shower with features like grab bars and a custom seat that combines safety and style. So you'll love taking a shower again. And every transformation features state-of-the-art materials that resist mold and mildew. No grimy grout to scrub. It just rinses clean, so you can spend less time cleaning and more time relaxing, because the only sound your bath should make is this.
Call or go online for a limited time offer. Only weeks left to get waived installation and no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Go to JacuzziBathRemodel.com or call 800-498-2231. That's 800-498-2231. Call now.
Now let's meet our larger-than-life sculptor.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Kenneth Fox.
Number 2.
My name is Kenneth Fox.
Number 3.
My name is Kenneth Fox.
And here's a story about the colossal creations of Kenneth Fox. He says, I, Kenneth Fox, create gigantic concrete sculptures with subject matter drawn from the Bible, history, and mythology. My enormous sculptures contain a skeleton of welded steel rods and wire mesh. Let's look at some pictures of a group of them with my face blocked out in order not to reveal my identity. And my size vividly illustrates each sculpture's incredible size. Now here is a 17-foot-high female nude titled Freedom's Prayer. I poured the legs first and got better on the way up. Called Chains of Bondage, this 25-foot, 27-ton work shows a face of many nationalities. And see me, right down there, so small. Next, weighing 120 tons and measuring a whopping 42 feet high, the Amazon's Archer took 3 months to construct. Its head alone weighs 10 tons. Here is the sculpture of a gold prospector busily panning some of that precious metal. And this is a life-size statue of Moses. It is not made of concrete, but rather of terracotta. As it happens, Moses is not the only prophet I've immortalized. Here is my recent head sculpture of another man of truth, Gary Moore. And the one with the mouth moving and the eyeballs rolling is the real Gary Moore. And the affidavit is signed, Kenneth Fox. I must say I have arrived. Sculptures of me and Moses. That's fancier company than I usually travel in.
But you are a man of truth.
Oh, I'm a man of truth, yes. I'm also an old boyfriend of Grandma Moses. It's a different group than the original Moses. But now, let's start the questioning here with Alan Ludden, please.
Number 2, I always thought of sculpturing as something one does with a chisel and a hammer. Do you ever use a chisel and a hammer?
No, I don't. I only use clay.
Number 1, from the clay, how do you get it into the cement or the terracottas you're using? What do you...
You proportion it. If you're doing it in clay first, then you'll build a little form around it, and then build a larger form to scale up.
Number 3, what do you build the forms out of?
Well, there's welded steel rods, and then this acts as a skeleton, and then around that you put wire meshing, and then you pour the concrete inside, and the wire meshing holds the concrete.
Number 2, do you mold the concrete then when it's wet or moist?
You plaster it with a trowel.
All righty, and we got a buzzer. You're going to go to Kitty Carlisle.
Thank you. Number 3, is that how you do it? You mold the concrete while it's wet?
No, the mold is outside of the concrete, and then we put a skin of mortar on it, and you work with the mortar to get the detail.
Thank you so much. Number 1, where are these sculptures?
They're in Auburn, California.
All of them?
All of them.
Number 2, in what sort of, in a park?
Yes, in a park. Actually, in a ranch.
Oh, number 3, who does the ranch belong to?
Belongs to me.
And they're all on your ranch?
Yes, it's not, well, I guess in the East they call it a farm. It's not really a big ranch.
I see. Number 2, do you ever sell them?
No.
You keep them only for yourself.
Right.
And number one, are you originally an artist, or do you have another business?
No, I'm not originally an artist.
What is your other business?
Oh, I'm sorry, kid. We got a buzzer. Going to go down to Bill Cullen.
Number two, how long does it take you to complete, for instance, the 49er, that huge statue of the 49er? How long did that take you?
About 3 months.
Number three, you say there is a skeleton underneath these things in order to keep them standing. Is that correct?
Oh yes, steel rods, welded steel rods.
Number one, how long do you expect one of your statues to last?
Well, I suppose as long as the highways or the bridges.
In other words, they do not have the number two, naturally, the lasting qualities of marble or stone or even wood, I suppose. But
that is right.
Do you have an idea how long yours will last?
Not really. I think maybe 10 years. You have to patch them up every now and then.
How long did it take you to make it? Sir, did I ask you about the one of the miner, or did I ask number one? I think I asked number one. How long did it take you to make the miner?
What's your number?
Number two. I'm sorry.
3 months.
It took 3 months.
And finally, to Peggy Katz, please.
Thank you. Number one, if this is your avocation, if you don't ever sell them, what do you do, for work? What do you do for a living?
I never did say that I didn't sell them.
Oh, well, do you sell them?
Yes, I sell them.
To whom have you sold them?
Oh, I've sold them to restaurants, to private individuals, to doctors for their gardens.
Thank you. Number two, have you ever had a show?
No, people who want to see them come to my ranch.
And number three, do you farm? Is that your other business besides doing sculptures?
No, actually, I'm a banker.
Oh, good for you. Number two, how long have you been doing these sculptures?
About 8 years.
And number one, what was your inspiration? What made you decide to go into the art of sculpture?
Oh, I don't know. When I was young, I did a small head of my father, and I showed it to a sculptor, and he liked it, and he said, "Son, someday you should become a sculptor." That's simple.
Just grew like.
Yes.
Well, now, there we go. We've only got 3 gentlemen to choose from, so that should make it reasonably easy. It's either number one, or number two, or number three.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table.
I go by Jackie. I'm 44 years old. I had 3 kids at the time and single mother. I was working 60 hours a week, still couldn't pay the bills, skipped meals so that they could eat. It's been hard because one thing falls into place, 10 things fall out of place. I just can't do this alone and make it work.
1 in 5 kids face hunger in America, and food costs are rising. Call or go online right now to join Feeding America with your gift of just $19 a month, only 63 cents a day. Together, thanks to a nationwide network of food banks, dedicated volunteers, and the monthly support of people like you, we can fill plates with nutritious food for kids facing hunger this summer.
One day my mother came over to my house and said, "There's a meeting at the pantry." I said, "Okay," and I went. They asked several questions. Some of those were about me and my story, but it helped me to open up a little bit.
We're getting closer to the day when no one in America faces hunger, but we can't do it without you. Call or go online now. Visit helpfeedingamerica.org and give $19 a month, just 63 cents a day. 98% of donations go directly to help millions of children facing hunger from coast to coast and in your own community. And when you give by credit card, we'll send you this exclusive canvas grocery bag to show you are a part of a movement of supporters working together to help end hunger.
I have people that I can trust. I have hope.
Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive.
Please call now or make your monthly donation at helpfeedingamerica.org. Working together, we can end hunger in America.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the inventor of whole body deodorant, like Mando. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and controls odor for 72 hours. And before you say it, Mando works better than a shower with soap alone. Rather than covering up BO with heavy fragrance, Mando's unique formula stops odor before it starts. That's my secret to better odor control everywhere. Mando's unlike anything you've ever tried before. Get over 30% off at shopmando.com.
Still look somewhat puzzled, but you're going to have to arrive at a conclusion.
I gotta tell you, there's a reason for voting for all three of them, it seems to me. These are the greatest imposters I've ever seen. I'd go strictly on a hunch. I like the authority that three answered his questions, but they all were good, so I'll vote for three.
All right, you got a three showing. And Kitty, you going to go without him?
No. I don't believe that any artist who does that kind of work doesn't want to sell it at some point. So I go with number one, who said he does indeed sell his work.
All righty, we got him down on both ends, and Bill Cullen coming up.
Yeah, well, that leaves me with number two, not knowing how the other votes would be going, but the very fact that he, instead of selling them, if they want to see them, they come to his place, sounds like a pretty good idea, so I voted for number two as a fella who looks like the sculptor.
Well, now, isn't that nice? We don't know any more than we did before, because everybody's got one. Peggy, what do you think?
I voted for the one who said he put a skin of mortar on it and then worked out the details. It sounds the only authentic thing that it would apply to sculpture as far as I was concerned. Besides, he's wearing a burgundy corduroy jacket. That's very artistic. I voted for three.
All righty. Let's see how it goes here with the way you had it in your head out there. The votes are in. Will the real Kenneth Fox please stand up? Hey! Be back to you in a moment, sir. Let's find out about your friends. Number two, sir, what is your real name and what do you do?
My name is Richard Biergard. I'm a vice president with Inverness Planning Corporation in New York City.
Number three, sir, what is your real name? You said you were a banker.
My name is Paul Kirchner. I'm an ex-banker, and I'm now doing freelance writing.
Kenneth Fox should have been addressed, had we all known, as Dr. Fox, because while you do sell some of your sculptures, still your main vocation is not sculpting.
That's right.
What do you do, Dr. Fox?
I'm a dentist in Auburn, California.
In Auburn, California.
Yes,
and where
right.
these other gentlemen write, you do keep the sculptures on your own place.
Yes, I do. I have all 5 of the giants on my own place. 3 acres.
Well, it's been a very interesting time talking with you and your friends, and thank you very much for being with us. Take care.
Washer's all washed up. I love it.
AC went kaput? That's cool. With a home warranty from American Home Shield, every day is a good day for a breakdown. You don't have to worry about the day when something stops working or expensive repairs. Because when surprise breakdowns happen, AHS will be there to fix or replace parts of the systems and appliances you rely on every day. They help protect your time and money by connecting you with qualified pros and helping pay for covered repairs or replacements. AHS offers affordable plans for every home and options to tailor your coverage so it's just right. With more than 50 years of experience, they know how to keep you smiling when things don't go as planned. It feels good to be right when things go wrong. Get the protection you need with American Home Shield. Sign up today and get $100 off any plan with code AHS100. Visit AHS.com or call 833-PLAN-AHS for this special offer.
Most people call leaf filter when their gutters are clogged and they notice one of the many issues that can bring. Well, sometimes it's the smell of mildew when water has seeped into the interior walls, or maybe they've spotted mold in the attic. But most often, it's the more obvious signs of damage, like rotten soffit, fascia, or water pooling near their foundation. You can get ahead of costly damage by protecting your home's gutters today. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help.
Schedule your free gutter inspection today. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
At Harry's, we designed our razors to start sharp and stay smooth, so your 8th shave is as smooth as your first. And at as little as $2 per blade, they cost half of what the other guys charge. Wake up to Harry's. Get your trial set for just $7 at harrys.com/smooth.
You be the caller.
Huh? What? Oh, 15 seconds. Well, friends, we leave you with the words of Dr. Kissinger, who said,
This is Bill Wendell speaking for To Tell the Truth. A Mark Goodson, Bill Chapman production.